everyone. Good to see you guys.
Hello.
Hey, besties.
What's up, Bessie? It's great to see you again.
Before we even begin, I'd like to pull out something very exciting that we got. How do we sound on our audios?
Hello, hello.
Well, your light's not on. If you press this button,
it is on. You just can't see
I
it.
can't see it.
I don't think. Wait, which button? This button?
Oh, let's see.
I
Show it
lied.
up.
Oh, and
Yeah,
then we can do different colors. Ooh, I like the pink.
We can rotate while we're talking. We're so excited. We match. Isn't that cool?
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Well, welcome
and
back.
today is Friday, which is a different day for us. So,
And you know what's funny about this? I want to share that we moved it so that we could hang out with Leanne and the Burn Squad. And then the day we decide to move, she's like, we're going to move too. Okay, friends, so let us know, is Friday a better day for you, or should we go back to Wednesday? What do you think? Give us some comments below as we jump in.
ooh, let's see.
All right, so for today, we're going to start off like we usually do. I'm Jennifer. I'm a newborn photographer, and I love to help people in the hardest times navigating that newborn time.
And I'm Christina, Spicy Gen X, who likes to help people figure out how to straighten out their life.
Yay! And we're here. Okay, like we always start with a little movement moment. We love to just like shake it, get a little around, and we're excited to tell you that we're working on a little something too to have you be a little more encouraged to dance with us. In the meantime, let me grab up some good music for us.
Oh, I totally forgot all about the music.
Avi, I did too.
You know, it's really funny because we talked about this off the show while you're bringing that up, about how we need a checklist. And do you think we used it on this episode?
Friday fun shit. We're just going like doing it scared, right? Broing up. Here we go.
Yeah, 100%. Are we ready?
Nope,
Maybe?
not with that one. Hold on real quick. I love days like this. I love them the most whenever this happens. It's like, hey.
I'm still trying to find the link to the episode that we're recording or doing right now because I can't find it to send it to our friends to say, hey, come join us. We kind of see this. There we go.
They like to see when a bad bitch come up, right? Is that why y'all are watching?
Exactly.
All right. Thanks for joining us last week. We had a really fun time chatting last week. We really enjoyed it. So thanks for joining us. This week, we're moving on to a topic that I would love to share. It'd be, are you on the list? So
what list? Because I want to be on the list, or maybe I don't want to be on the list.
Let's talk about like how we came to this first. So I'm starting to get into a real, like, how do I make myself better? I have this friend, Exini, who is amazing, and she makes me want to be a better person all the time. So I'm thinking about like, what do I do with that now? Especially after coming from that peak of depression that I was coming off of, right? So I was thinking the best thing is like a mind, body, soul rebalance. And it got me thinking, I am not in that balance. And I know it's because when I make those 21 items of checklist, I fall off. It's the first one to be like, you know, because it's so much work to work out.
It is, but you know that's what you need to do. I don't know why you're fucking around with it, and just you know what you need to do.
Well, and the second part is
how much better it makes you feel too.
Exactly, right. Like, because since we started talking about it, like I'm wearing a full face of makeup today. Look at my brand new necklace I just got. As soon as I started to think about it, I was like, man, I've been neglecting that side for way too long. We went out, my oldest daughter had a soccer practice where the parents went against the kids. Yeah. And it was in that moment that I forgot that I used to play like for college, it was like one of my dreams. I loved it so much. It wasn't until the 2 hours after running, sweating, and feeling like I was older than shit that I was like, what this? Why like, I got home and immediately started looking up adult soccer leagues, you know?
Yes.
How does that fall off for so long? Because I have an 8-year-old and I have a 12-year-old. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
let's
I mean,
put
there's
myself
several reasons why people forget themselves, right? One of them is you've got a family and you're putting your family first, which is what most women do when they're raising kids or, have a partner. You spend
but
all
I
your time on that and you forget about yourself. So making sure that you're taking care of your body is the foundation of setting your family up for success.
no pressure.
Yeah, yeah, no pressure whatsoever, but you're already that foundation, so why are you not strengthening you as the whole person rather than, strengthening your family and leaving yourself behind? You need to
Absolutely.
be doing it just a little bit before strengthening your family, so prioritize your health first, then you can prioritize your family.
Right, and that sounds so good on paper. Like,
It
put you
does.
number 1, make certain you do it before anyone wakes up. But here's what happens, you set that time at 5 AM to wake up before anyone in the house, you start your workout video, and then you hear a pitter-patter of little feet. Like,
That's okay. Start setting the boundary with your family. This is my time. Don't give up on it.
yeah. And I'm thinking when I was better at it, because I think this body fall wasn't necessarily an association to kids, like, in fact, it feels like I'm saying it's an excuse now because I think it's more so in the last couple years than anything else that I've let that fall off, because when I was younger and, years ago, and they were younger, like, they would jump on my back while I was working out. I'd be like, "Great, extra pounds for the," and that was it. It was like, "You're not getting my attention. You can crawl on me and I will lift you like a deadlift, but
Yeah,
I can't be there now." So then what made me get rid of that body part? Like, how do I get so far from it? How does anybody do that? I know that for me, it's like, now it's not just working out, it's working out and taking a shower. And I'm obviously getting rid of something else that could have fit on my list, or even chilling, you know?
exactly. But if you're not taking care of yourself and prioritizing yourself, such as loving yourself first, making sure your body is fit, make sure you're eating right, everything about you, if you're not prioritizing yourself first and being your best friend to say, "Hey, bitch, it's time to take care of yourself because you are falling off and it's reflecting on your family." There's going to be
Okay.
something there that's going to reflect on your family because you're not taking care of yourself and whatever it might be.
That
Right?
makes perfect sense, because I hear you saying that, and I know how important your workouts are every day. And so if
Mhm.
you were to call me and say, "Jen, I'm not working out today. I just don't feel like it, or something fell up, or I don't have the time." And I would, as your friend, be like, "No, I know how important that is to you.
Yeah,
DOG is not going to walk himself, and you love that time." Yeah, I can see that. Like, be a friend to
exactly.
yourself in this. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Advocate
So
your own way.
yeah, and that's why I get up so early. But again, part of it is because of DOG. But the other part is because if I don't stick to this routine that I've built for myself, that makes me feel like gives me that energy and to become that person I really want to become, then I'll just lay in bed all day. And I do take days off where I will lay in bed, but I still get up and I still go for the walk at, early in the morning. Now even I try to get out there earlier because now it's getting hot. So and but yeah, if I don't take that time for me, yesterday was a great example, right? We're body doubling, right? And it was awesome. I think we were on there for until what, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock.
Honestly, I would have been on there longer if my phone could have handled it.
And,
Battery died, we were on so long.
yeah, and we were still working. So it was one of the opportunities for us to talk about a whole bunch of stuff because we kind of that yesterday's session was kind of we were kind of chatty, which is great, but we all still got all of the stuff that we set out to do for that day done, which
Awesome.
was fantastic. So again, that part becomes my priority during the day. So then I know if I don't do my morning workout, it's hard for me to get it into the day. So that's why I'm prioritizing I'm prioritizing me right away in the beginning of the day.
Absolutely. I gotta say something. I feel like one of these days we have to do like a Xtini morning, like this is get ready with me because it is something that you must do that gets you so ready for the day. You're always like hyped up, ready. You've got this great attitude and energy. I think that we all want to take a little bit of that with us. So I think one of these times, what do you guys think? We should have one?
I think
And
so.
and then it'd be really funny. We'll do me the next day after, and then you're just like kids hanging off of me, snacks everywhere.
Wait, it's funny too, because since I don't necessarily leave my house to go to work, I work at home. I have noticed that my mornings, my me time has extended to about 10 o'clock in the morning. So sometimes I don't start working until 9, 10 o'clock, and that time is just me stretching out my coffee, stretching out my workout, stretching out my you know
Taking it
planning.
easy. I
Exactly.
recently heard something that maybe life isn't something you should rush through, and so, she's like, so that turning it into something, she's like, "How slow can I do every task that I have to do?" And I'm like, "That's an interesting thought."
Well, I guess it's a new challenge. Maybe that will be one of our challenges, is how long
Oh,
did it
well.
take us?
Oh my god, that would be, like, your biggest challenge, like, to tell a Christina to slow down. That's hysterical. Okay, so let's
That
move
is
on then.
hysterical.
I think I agree with everything that you say, and I'm gonna be completely honest, I wonder if it's not necessarily, like, something that I'm not always going like, "My body doesn't matter, move on." I
Yeah.
just let it drop off the list. I think more than anything, being aware of it changes how I can respond to it, right?
Oh,
Because
100%.
I
Yes.
I I honestly, like, I did not I sound stupid for saying this, but I did not think that that was something I needed to work on. Like, my life felt in order until I
Yeah.
considered that, and I'm like, shit. Shit. What are we gonna do?" Okay.
Well, that's easy. You're gonna fucking get up and prioritize yourself right away in the morning, because it's enough. You've now said it out loud. Now I'm gonna hold you accountable for it.
You don't
So
have to. I can't wait to get back into it. I
no
honestly, this is so
excuses.
silly. This
I
is like
know.
this is the mom part where you're like, I became someone else because I need you to know that I never thought,
Uh-oh.
um on film breakdown, I'm pretty sure my dog's having, like, a seizure or something. Oh,
No.
today's the day. So let's talk about mind real quick because this might be a pretty interesting discussion to talk about right at this moment when I'm feeling a little emotional about the dog, right? Um,
You made my heart drop.
I know, I'm so sad. Well, Murphy, my pup, has been in our family for 18 and a half years, and today at 2 o'clock, we're gonna let him go over the rainbow road. He has needed it. Um, he's
No.
I love him so much, and I'm gonna miss him. So, one of my favorite things to always bring up is how come we don't get days to fall apart? Because what the heck am I gonna do after I put this guy? I'm gonna need, like, a good 2 days of crying and running. Oh my god, I love to run when I'm sad.
Oh, well, perfect. I wanna know how many miles you get in.
Miles? Who the fuck do you think I am?
You
I'm
just
just kidding.
said.
I'm just kidding.
I
I will.
mean, I don't know. What are you
Would it be
gonna
fun
get
if
him
I came
in?
back and was like, 1.5
Hey,
over 7 days? I'm just kidding.
I'll
I
still
know.
clap for you. I'll still cheer for you no matter
Look
what.
at that. And I think that's one of the things that makes your mind so strong. Like, no matter what, I feel like you're always looking for the positive side. One of my favorite
Yes.
things that you brought up once, tell us about it, that 3 positives, because I really like that
Oh,
open-ended.
yeah, 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 with Dr. Amen's The Squashing of the Ants. Squish, 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 squish. Yeah, 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 the squish the ants. Um, and that's the automatic negative thoughts, and one way to combat that is to anytime you have a negative thought, is to think of 3 positive to replace that, and that's how you rewire your brain to bring up the positive rather than the negative.
And you continue that sentence and keep talking.
Okay. Okay. Just so you know, Jen's 18-year-old pup is not doing well. So, and today is a hard day for them. So, and there's something happening with him. So she's just going to step off for a moment and then come back. But I think what part of the automatic negative thoughts that Dr. Amen talks about is when you're rewiring that neural network within your brain to think more positive, those positive thoughts will start to pop up first rather than the negative thoughts. And sometimes I mix those thoughts up and I will call it kind of the risk and running through the risks that might happen within that opportunity or that situation. And for me, that makes it neutral for the hi.
Brain processing.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Like
Yes, yes. I was just blah, 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 blah.
I love the universe. I have been really sad about this decision with Murphy. I really
Yeah,
have,
yeah.
because he's such a good dog, and he's never done anything wrong in his whole life, but I'm so glad that suffering just happened just a little. It's so rude to even want that, but now I feel better about my decision tonight. You know? Thank you,
Yes.
universe, because that would've sucked to have that, like, on my like, ugh. Anyway, glad.
Okay, but he's okay. I mean,
He's ready. I'm so excited. I feel better now that, like, I'm making the right
he
choice. That
yes.
was a pretty tough whatever he just went through, and he's ready. He says it too.
Yeah, yeah. Dioge's had a seizure or 2 here and there, and I didn't know that's what it was, and the vet didn't know what it was. He figured that he must have ate something that was bad or whatever,
Well, so
but it
when
scared me.
in the mind discussion of this, like, those feelings that you have and those, like, emotions, you know what I wanna talk about, something that angers me really? Whenever you go through these types of emotions is the people around you who don't understand, and then the things they decide to say. So, I was once at a funeral. I lost somebody who, to this day, whenever I think about him, I kinda cry a little bit. Like, honestly, and at the funeral, I cried, and I'm not joking when I tell you 3 separate people asked me why I was crying at a funeral.
Okay.
That like, ugh, not only do I not get the time, but then I'm being, belittled for taking it in public because I don't have anywhere else to go. Like, what are you supposed to do, right? And I think that, if we could all just be mindful when we're working with people who are having their worst days and what you say is important. It'll stick with
Yeah.
them longer than you think. And, I have a sister who has lost 2 loves, um, and I'll share that she had some really goofy stuff said. Yeah, like, I'll jump right to that. So, on the first death of her husband, that same day, my sweet mother-in-law come over and was consoling her and said, "Don't worry, my dear, you'll get right on over it." And I was like, Do you think?"
I
Uh,
I I'm flabbergasted by either one of those situations and how somebody could say that. I'm just like,
okay, alright, this one's super
I
cringe. Ready?
don't understand it.
Best friend come over, and she is consoling my sister, same day, and she says to her, it's not all a loss. Did you happen to save any of his little soldiers?" Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Okay, alright, so forgive me for
That's
calling out friends for saying silly things, because the truth is, like, when big things happen, like, even with this Murphy situation, your heart can feel it, but you, sometimes being quiet is the best and just being there for someone. Just saying.
exactly,
Because
exactly.
that
Just
could be scary.
bring more peace to the situation than more chaos.
Yeah,
Like
and so
it's yeah, I'm just flabbergasted at those.
so the whole point is be mindful, right?
Yes.
And protect your mind. Make certain you're protecting your mind when you're going through those states too, as well. I think
Yeah.
you're particularly good at that. I also think that's something that you're really good at with the mind category of it. You're always good at, like, putting things in order and keeping it, but I love how you are so aware. Like, that in order to make you happy, you've gotta be busy all the time and getting all the checklists done.
Yes. Yes. Um that is one thing that I'm really good at is being busy.
What's another thing that, like, helps you be so good with your mind balance?
I spent years, I mean, 5 to 7 years just working on myself and figuring out, but that self-awareness piece that you mentioned earlier, which you hit were spot on, and doing tons and tons of research and trying to figure out what was best for my mind, and then figuring out I'm neurodivergent, which makes tons of sense, and
Right.
rather than fighting myself and always wearing masks, I thought, "You know what? I was in this situationship for a long period of time, which was completely horrible for me, and part of coming out of that was to find myself because I completely lost myself in that situationship. I didn't even recognize the person I was becoming. So when I moved into this figuring out who the f I am, um I I let go of my mask, which means stepped out of the corporate world, and now going into, "Oh my god, I have all these creative ideas and, this all these things I wanna do, and I've gained all this knowledge from working in different corporations and working with different people, and what do I do with this?" Because I feel this pull to inspire others to get up and move and to make things happen for themselves and to help them figure out who they are currently and who do they want to become, because that was the path that I just went on
Right.
of figuring out, okay, this is who I am at my core. My values changed, everything, my outlook changed, but the other thing too was I let go of everything. So you talk about like Mel, is it Mel Gibson? No, Mel, uh, what is her name? The theory of letting go. Um, I'll link it in the description. But she talks about letting things go. So I let so many things go and figuring out that the only thing that I truly have control over are my thoughts, feelings, and actions. So this is the only thing I truly have control of, and when I really took that to heart and became more self-aware with that, is when things started to change for me, right? I started to feel better. I was reading, and that's where I learned about Dr. Amen. I need to change the way I think because who you call Regina,
The
that
voice.
bitch, yes, that bitch was in my head too, and coming out of that situationship and being, at the lowest, they were really, really loud in my head. So, how do you get rid of those negative thoughts?
I like
Speak
that thought. It kinda ties into
Yeah.
the last one, right, soul? So then you're saying that your mind is easier to balance when you feel like your soul is in the right place.
All everything, my body, my mind, and my soul are aligned, but it took me years to figure out all of that and to get to this point. But I'm still working on it. I'm definitely not the person I want to become yet, but I work on it every single day, and that's where I have my morning routine, and I spend that time on myself. I know where I want to go and have an idea, and that's why when I met you, and you are as ambitious as I am, and you're beautiful, and you've got this heart of gold, and you
Continue with the sentiments.
you warm my heart every time we talk, and it's like, I feel this
Ditto.
I feel this pull to you, and then we have Leanne, who I also have this huge pull, and it's so funny because, we were talking about this yesterday. Leanne and I are Leos. So, Leanne has the big heart. I've kinda got the cold heart. I'm totally kidding. But anyways, so you have a Scorpio, which is you, and then 2 Leos, and the power that we bring together is amazing. And it's not like power, it's power,
How
inner
cute, mind, body,
inner
soul, there's 3
universe.
of us.
Exactly.
Okay, all right.
Sorry, I'm
Goofy
yapping.
discussions as we just Google over each other. But okay, so, oh, right, I totally forgot what I was gonna do for the leeway for the side.
And here I am yapping away. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, you know what?
Sorry, yeah,
I think we
yeah,
kinda covered it. Mind, body, soul. Really, and you know what?
yes,
In this thing, if you take any away from our mind, body, soul discussion today, awareness, I think, is what we're really looking for. Like, where are you letting yourself fall off that list? And how do you make certain you're your own best friend to advocate to make certain that you don't fall off that list?
yes, yes, and awareness is the foundation of emotional intelligence, and the more emotional intelligence we can spread and help people understand and gain, the better the world will be.
Aw, okay, so perfect leeway into our very first book club meeting.
Woohoo! Where's my book? Where's my book?
Today we're going over The Disconnected Self by Deborah Knight. Um, Last week we were here, I kind of read an excerpt because I was in the middle of reading. But I really love this one, so I'm gonna read. Oh, I like this one the most. I feel like, okay. Because here's the truth. No one wants to say out loud, if you never set boundaries with your family, they will keep you in the same role you've played since you were a kid, and you'll keep living a life built for their comfort instead of your own. I loved that one.
Wow.
I loved it a lot.
Yeah, I like that.
So, just to kind of sum up, I would say it's a great book. If you get a chance to read it, I found it very easy to read, like being able to like clean while I was reading it. But everything in here hit like every sentence hits hard in here. Every one of
Yes.
them, I feel like you could like make a card to put and remind yourself of like how to be a better person. And so,
Yep.
reading that was beautiful. And I loved reading about her journey of going through it too, because there was an honest part in here. It was a very short part, but it was enough to really resonate with me. It was a chapter. Oh man, it was the chapter in which she discusses returning home and how hard it was to keep on the path of
Yeah.
self-awareness, like,
Yeah.
after she arrived back home. I really felt that because that's where I am. I'm like, when we backslide, it's something I like to talk about, like, how do you bring it back to being into the right place? Because she had all the right tools and then went home and became the person that her family and friends had her as then, and she had to break through. And I think something that was really interesting is that she was, like, talking about how it's not easy. It's
Yeah, yeah,
hard.
it is really hard, and that's why it took that's why I say it took me, 5 to 7 years to figure all of this out and figure out what my triggers were and how do I address them, and then watching for those behaviors and changing those behaviors. It's a lot of freaking work, and Deborah captures it so beautifully in her book, and it even has different questions in there for
Oh,
you
yeah.
to self-reflect. So you can walk through the book and then also do the self-reflecting in Deborah's book, which is fantastic. There was,
You see this one, it was like, "Who makes you who's the good people?" I'm like, "Deborah!" And then Christina made it
Deborah.
there too.
Ah. Um, yeah.
I really like how she puts it in masks, and I would add that I put my own masks on. Like, that I feel like in my teenage years and my college years that I wore this mask of the person that I wanted to be because I was always trying to be cool. And then, I think as I got older, I'm like, "This is a stupid mask I made for myself. It doesn't even
Yeah,
work anymore."
yeah, yeah. I
Right?
masked for so many years. Years and years and years and years, and it took a long time, but did I did go into solitary to do all of this work. Like, I stopped dating, I switched up my friend I didn't, like, truly drop friends, but I moved away from friends, um, and I really isolated a lot so that I could focus on myself.
And be the person without the
Yeah,
mask. Yeah,
yeah,
be
and
who
it's
that is.
not yeah, and it's not really finding yourself because you don't wanna be that old version of yourself. It's really building yourself up is into who you are today, and
Right.
once you build that up, then you move into who's that person that you really wanna become. But
I like to think about myself as like my 8-year-old self with all of her big hopes and me hoping that I joined Greenpeace. And like, would she kick me in the knees if she saw me?
Exactly. Again, treating yourself like your best friend, because
Do
you
you have
should be your best friend.
anything you wanna pick from the book before I close this out from the book reading for our very first?
For our very first, I had one here where she's talking, so this is, in chapter 14 in the Crush,
Uh-huh.
and there's a quote in here that
I
she
like that one.
says something about yeah, from Dara, which is, "Your old life always be right there, waiting for you. The question is not is, are you willing to do what it is to take to keep walking towards the one you actually want?" And to me, that's looking in the mirror.
I highlighted that one and dog-eared the page on it. Like,
Yeah,
I
that
agree.
was that was that was like my
Wait,
favorite one.
I'm gonna add, like, this one goes really well with that, so she's talking about having to take on a new something and scary.
Yeah.
She says, "My gut says we can do it, but not the old way." And that really resonated with me too.
Yes, exactly. So again, it's not finding yourself, it's building yourself into who you are today, because you don't want that old version. You don't need that old version.
Yeah, and maybe it's just maybe it's just not authentically you. Maybe it's about time you find the
Not
you.
anymore. Yeah.
Yeah. We
Because
changed
you've built so much knowledge since the last time you were yourself.
Right,
If that
right.
makes sense,
Taking
right?
that back.
But yeah,
Okay.
self-aware, she's laid that book is beautiful. So if you're looking for some guidance, go ahead and grab The Disconnected Self, because it's a beautiful book and it walks you through kind of what we've been talking today.
And I love Deborah. If you ever get a chance, she has some amazing services that she offers. She even offers over the phone services, so you don't have to be here in Colorado to see her. Although I highly suggest it if you can, because there's something about her ethereal presence that would really just change your vision of life and how you're representing yourself, if I can just say.
Exactly.
I'd like to end with this last sentence from here. She leaves you with, the only question left is, are you building something you actually want to live in?
Ooh.
I think that's something we keep in mind. And then the
Yeah.
answer to that is, how do you make certain that you're keeping yourself sane while trying to balance this? And we say, mind, body, soul, be your best friend.
Be your best friend.
Okay, now we're going to leave you with some pocket praises. We want you to think about us throughout the week, even when you're not with us. Know that we are your advocates. We're your best friends too, besties.
Yes, we're here to support you.
Okay, so let me give you a pocket praise today. Be the version of yourself your 8-year-old would be proud of.
Aw.
I don't know, is that a pocket praise or is that like a no, let me do a pocket praise.
Okay.
Your 8-year-old self would be proud of your badass.
Mm.
She would actually. She would. She'd be like, "Way to go, girl."
My 8-year-old self would be proud of me now too.
Yeah.
Now.
I
Yeah.
think she'd be like, "Those are
Yeah.
some stupid masks you wore for a little bit, but I'm proud of you."
Yeah. Yeah. It's about time.
Right?
Welcome home.
That's what she'd say. All right, besties, let us know. Do you like this Friday? We thought it would be a little more fun to keep it here because we're a little looser on the last day. But
Yeah.
also it's summer and feels super fun on Friday. So you tell us, Wednesday, Fridays, let us know, and then
Which
keep an
days?
eye out for us. We're gonna go on. Yeah,
I wanted to remind you that this is episode 13.
13?
Yes, 13. This is our 13th time.
You know, when a relationship is really good and you're like, we've been together for 3 months. It feels like forever and not any time at all.
Exactly. Like, where did the time go?
Thank you guys for joining us for 13 episodes. Really appreciate it.
Exactly. We'll see you next time, next Friday.
And in the meantime, okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna hop over to TikTok Live on the Tiki Talkie.
On the Tiki Talkie.
And we're gonna do our challenges. We had so much fun doing that last week. So come join us into the TikTok. This time we're going to try and balance our life in 15 minutes for mind, body, soul. Can we do it?
I don't know, but I guess we'll try.
Absolutely. See you there. And see you next week.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.